I'm Dr. Seth Painter from Total Wellness 21 at Martin Chiropractic, and today we're going to be discussing irritable bowel and chiropractic. Many people know about the brain, but they don't always think about the second brain. Our gut or our intestines is actually our second brain, and early in development, soon after conception, the brain and the intestines are the same germ cell. They then split and the brain differentiates, as does the gut. The gut's actually about 70 to 80% of our immune system. This is a key reason people get more sick often in the last 3 months of the year, what many people call flu season. But what do we do to our body around that time of the year? Well, think about it. You have Halloween, you have Christmas, you have New Year's, you have Thanksgiving, and we eat things that we would never eat for most of the year. The gut lining gets a lot of abuse and gets beaten up, and our resistance to certain viruses or bacteria gets lowered. Our gut is actually about 30 feet long. The small intestine's job is to absorb most of the nutrients from our food, while the large intestine moves the food out of the body. In general, once we eat something, the body should process that and get rid of it in about 24 hours. If not, we run the serious risk of becoming toxic. And studies actually show that the average American has about 10 pounds of undigested food in their bowel at the time of their death. So talk about making us sick. But unfortunately, the food in our country over the past 50 years has drastically changed, and not necessarily for the better. But what makes a healthy gut? Well, there's 4 key components. The first is healthy nerve supply to those areas. Now, the nerves run down the brain, and they exit the spinal column around the mid-back area. We call that the thoracolumbar area. These nerves are like wires that connect the brain to the intestines, and they tell it how to work. The other thing that we want is good, pure water. So normally we recommend that our patients get about half of their body weight in ounces every day. If we don't, the bowel's in trouble, and it really can get dehydrated. So that's something that we want to do, is stay hydrated. The last thing is get good pre- and probiotics every day. The probiotics, or the healthy gut bacteria, help tremendously with making sure our immune system is working strong at a high level. Also, quality omega-3s or fish oils will help the lining of the gut be healthy too. But be careful, not all fish oils are made the same, so if you ever have a question, always feel free to ask us if the one that you are using or choosing is a good one. The final thing is just avoiding different foods that research show might damage the bowel. The main things that damage would be such things as like dairy or gluten and various processed sugars. But the term irritable bowel syndrome is not really fully descriptive. It tells us that the bowel is irritated, but it doesn't always tell us what's causing the bowel to be irritated. But once we know the major reason why and what's making the bowel upset, then we can address fixing it and finding a solution that's going to help settle it down. Sometimes that's a physical stress, a mental stress, or even a chemical stress. But if you have further questions about this issue, or if someone you know does, feel free to contact a doctor of chiropractic in your area that specializes in nutrition, or feel free to contact us. Thanks. Have a great and healthy week.